everyone, and welcome to Empowering the Conscious Business Evolution show with me, Antonina, for some fresh, thought-provoking and liberating conversations about inspiring the sparks of innovation and evolution and growing a bigger and wider world of ethically successful and consciously evolving business environment. For those who tune in for the first time, I'm the founder of VisionsNspire strategic business growth consultancy. As a business strategist, my focus is on turning visions into profitable businesses, be it for startups or established businesses. You can find more about my inspiring work by visiting the website www.visionsnspire.com, subscribing to my YouTube channel, liking the Facebook page, or connecting on LinkedIn with me. Business owners work with me to looking to increase their business, cash flow and profits, and create a secure financial future so that they fully enjoy a great lifestyle balance. However, the main obstacle appears to be a widely accepted mindset loaded with challenges that always seem to come from accepting institutional limitations at the expense of true identity, in order for them to fit in an old custom, sometimes conventional framework of business making. But how we even start to break up these frames? In this show, through videos and interviews, I will be introducing you to business leaders, owners, and creators who have reached great success in what they do, not because they worked very hard to fit in, but by challenging the status quo and constantly innovating themselves and businesses, by searching back to their authentic roots to follow the person, business, environment connection, and by taking approaches of consciously evolving to align with higher social and earth values through creativity, identity, and co-creative forward thinking. In my previous show, I was honored to speak with Silvia Del Corso, founder of the multi-award-winning Pink SEO Marketing, a revolutionary infopreneur with cosmopolitan values, a SEO geek and expert with a very rare attitude and approach to spreading knowledge for the benefit of new age evolving businesses here in the UK and globally by making all tech secrets affordable and accessible for everyone. Here are some words of wisdom Silvia Del Corso left for you. Accept innovation and evolution. The secret to life and business is being flexible. Counteract fear with curiosity. Always turn to the child in you and explore. Best advantage a business can gain is measure. Know your numbers. Very wise words. So inspiring. You can listen this and previous interviews with my remarkable guests on the VisionsNspire Business Growth Consultancy YouTube channel. Just Google search. Leave your comments, feedback, and share with those you care. And here we go again. Our conversations continue today with not one but two new guests telling their story about extraordinary journeys, personal and business, with consistent stride, pushing boundaries to innovate, evolve, and think big, replacing old custom business dogmas with a growing conscious business culture. Really true visionaries of the conscious business evolution. I'm honored to welcome my guests today, Alison Brown, image consultant, founder of the prestigious Irakura Image Consultancy. Welcome, Alison.
Hello, everyone. Lovely to be here. Thank you so much, Antonina, for inviting me. I'm really excited to be here.
So lovely to have you today, Alison. And my other guest, Nadine Searle, award-winning transformational guide to well-being, founder of Calmer Self. Welcome, Nadine.
Hello, everybody. I am so pleased to be here with you two beautiful ladies sharing our knowledge and wisdom. It's going to be fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you for being here today, Nadine. I'm really so excited to have you both here today and share with our listeners your expertise, insights from your experiences, some inspirational and motivational thoughts that can help all and everyone to be more aware of their powers and their opportunities to consciously continue to evolve their businesses through their selves. And by having that, to be confident to take their next steps forward. So, dear Alison, can I ask about your business? Why Arakura?
Okay, yes, it's a little bit of a tongue twister.
Okay.
Apologies for that, or apologies, but no apologies, because there's a story behind it. So
can you share that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's actually pronounced Arakura.
Arakura.
So if you do it slowly, it's much easier. And so I'll tell you the story really quickly. In 2012, I qualified as a personal image consultant, and I wanted to have a business name. I was passionate and still am about colour, and I was desperately searching for some kind of name for my, so you have to buy a domain name obviously if you want a website, and I was searching for something with colour in it. Everything that was still available was thousands of pounds, because colour is quite a popular word to have in a domain name. So I had to change tack completely, but because I was obsessed, I really wanted something with colour, because that expressed who I was. But then I thought, no, I've got to go off on a different tangent here, but where do I go? So that weekend I spent with some lovely friends of mine who I met on a yoga retreat many years ago, and we've stayed friends ever since. One of them was in marketing, and now every time that we met up, which was 2 or 3 times a year, on the Saturday night, after we'd done a yoga class, after we'd had some dinner and some wine, we'd sit down and we had these goddess cards that we had some fun with, and we used to shuffle them and pick one out and see how it matched with what was going on at the time, and that kind of thing, and we'd sort of read them out to each other. Anyway, my friend Kirsty went up first and she was shuffling the cards, and I said, oh, Kirsty, don't let me forget, before we finish before I say goodbye to you this weekend, please will you help me see if you can come up with a name for my business. I said, it's got to be about transformation and changing how you look and how you feel about how you look, all of that, and colour and everything. Anyway, she was shuffling these cards. Out dropped Arakura, who is the goddess of blossoming and change.
The goddess of blossoming and change.
How beautiful, isn't that lovely?
And when you go on to explore her a little bit further, she's a pure mix of Mother Earth figure and a I can't remember the exact wording, like a bountiful, a woman in her own right kind of thing. Anyway, so it was a no-brainer.
Gosh, I will never ever forget that name. Seriously, because I did try to pronounce it. I didn't have time to research it. I can do it right now, actually, on my phone and try to find out that picture that you just described. Gosh, that's amazing.
Well, that's how it happened. So people over the years have said, oh, that's very complicated. Why don't you change it? And I thought, no, I can't change it, because that's who it is. That's who I am. And people, like you say, when they do hear the story, they don't forget it. But initially it can be a little bit of a tongue twister.
But Nadine, this is such a serendipity moment to have that card dropped.
It's just perfect, isn't it? I love it. I love it.
Good Lord, that's amazing. Can you tell me, Alison, what is image? What does the word image means actually in the world that we live in? What is image, the concept?
Yeah, I mean, it can have a lot of meanings. And one of the reasons that I add the word personal in front, so I'm a personal image consultant, because I deal with the person as a whole rather than, so image can be, you know, your business image, it can be your home, it can be so many things, but personal makes it very personal to you. And I know all of those other things you as a person will have an influence over, but what I deal with is, you know, the person, the whole person. So for me, your image is how you show up to the world. I've got a saying actually in front of me, which I keep in front of me, which is your image speaks before you do. Is it saying what you want it to? And I think that's where that's the kind of work that I love doing is, you know, women come to me and they say, I've kind of lost my identity. I don't know what I should look like. I don't know what colours to wear. I'm not sure how I want to be. And they say things like, I know what I am inside, but what I look like when I look in the mirror doesn't match. Can you help me match what I feel inside to the outside? Or it could be the other way around. You know, it's looking. So the most important thing is for me to instill the confidence to look in the mirror and feel good about what you see.
But why is image important? What is the importance of image? Can't we just, you know, go without caring about our image?
Well, that if somebody does exactly that is their image.
I agree.
Yeah, because that's the person that they are. It's like, hey, who cares what I wear? I'll wear this. I'll put on a bin liner today. You know, I am me, and that is their image.
Even in the business world.
But in the business world, I think it takes. Well, it used to be 7 seconds. I think it's even less now. It's something like 4 seconds that you get to make an impression, because we see things quite quickly, and we make assumptions, and we make up our minds about people before they open their mouth, before we manage to take in any kind of body language. So it is your outside image that captures people's attention. And then obviously they then get to know you, and they go much deeper, and they listen. But it's literally 4 seconds. So if you can sum up who you are and what you're about in the business world in that few seconds, then you're ahead of the game already. So, but to do that has got to come from initially the colour, because our eyes see colour before they see anything else. So before they take in a shape, before they see anything in your background, what you're carrying, anything like that, they will see a colour. And that's why red, for example, just digressing very quickly, but that's why red is said to be our power colour if we want to make a good impression, because your eyes, red has the longest wavelength into the cones in the back of your eye. So you will see red first before any other colour, and then followed by those others like orange and things like that. But red is kind of our dynamic colour. So
I never knew that. I never knew that about the length.
Yeah,
the wavelength of red. Never knew that.
Yeah, it's quite fascinating what our eyes pick up, and how quickly it happens. So for me, and also I think if you're if you're in business and you know, we spend, you know, hundreds, thousands, often pounds or dollars, putting together a website, paying a graphic designer to design our logos, getting our systems set up and things. And, you know, quite often we put ourselves last, but we are part of our brand. And if we're creating that brand image, you know, surely we're, especially if you're a solopreneur or you're the founder of your business, you know, your image is your business.
Yeah.
Because
Gosh.
people buy from people, you know, people can look at 5 different websites, but they will, and it offering the same thing pretty much, but they will buy from you. And there's something about you that they will be attracted to. And, you know, we need to be saying that with, you know, what we wear, how our hair is, maybe our makeup if we choose to wear it. And it's got to be individual. And I help women find that individual look or that individual image that matches quite often their brand and, you know, their lifestyle, their the way that they feel inside on the outside.
That sounds so complex. I never thought of that from that angle. Of course, but to be honest with you, you know, that image, how I will look in the eyes of the others and how are they going to judge me? I find it so scary. I literally, and now you've reduced that time to 4 seconds. That's 4 seconds, and people, that's it. They do grasp it. So I guess we need really, as women, think about how we want to project our authenticity together with the pleasing and attracting way of look, so that we can retain that and extend those 4 seconds into a longer period of time, so it matches.
But
That's
then,
amazing.
of course, the essence of you comes out, and your body language and everything, and what makes us feel more confident inside will shine through. So
confidence.
if we're happy with what we look like when we look in the mirror, we're going to go somewhere. It could be a Zoom, it could be a face-to-face meeting, it could be walking into a room. If we feel more confident inside, then obviously that's going to project into the room.
Yeah, and definitely colors give feelings to the body, to us, and to those that are looking at us. That's fascinating. Nadine, that's a very deep topic,
isn't it?
No, wow.
It is fascinating. It's beautiful.
Nadine, can I thank you very much, Alison. Nadine, can I turn to you? And now I always call you Nadine the Calmer Self. And yes, so why calmer? Is it because you always look calm to me?
I might look calm to you, Antonina, and I take that as a huge compliment, but I'm not always calm. I call what I do the Calmer Self method because I'm teaching people how to tap into their inner calm and actually use that to get, like we were talking earlier about, their authentic self to come out, to actually step out of those feelings of stress and overwhelm and connect with your inner calm, and then that will shine out. So if you're actually seeing me as a calm outer body, which I love, Antonina, that is beautiful, then that means that I've done the work on myself, so that is what I'm projecting. So I'm glad that you said that, because that's what it's all about. So calm is all about really just finding your place of comfort, your place of authenticity. Maybe that's a word that's used quite a lot, isn't it? But actually tapping into the real you, very in line with what Alison's just been saying, you know, really tuning into what you are deep in your core and how you want that to be presented on the surface. So, but it comes from within. It really does come from inside. So tapping in, as I call it, snatching moments of calm, actually, as I say, connecting with the calmer version of yourself, even if it's only for a moment in our busy lives, then we are tuning into the true self deep inside,
Mm.
and that will shine out once we get better and better at that, which is what I teach.
And I know that you have different programs, and I have seen your posts on Facebook, on LinkedIn. They're also informative and projecting, you know, that willingness to help people to reach and acquire a better well-being state. So why do we need this?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, well, we don't need it. I spent decades of my life ignoring that completely. I was highly stressed and very volatile. And I did need to change. I think that's the thing. It's giving people the opportunity to choose how they want to show up, how they want to behave, how they want to react to things, because it is a choice, isn't it? We can choose how we are. So we don't need it necessarily. I would like to say, actually, I think we do all need it, because at some point in time, at some point in time, we'll realise how much we do need it. As I say, I didn't realise it for a long time. But the well-being and looking after yourself, self-care, if you like, you know, this is again, it's a phrase that's used a lot, isn't it? But we don't do it often enough, do we? So I empower people to actually look at what they want from their life, how to get it, and actually look at the obstacles that get in the way. Because for instance, self-care, people don't do that very often, or not often enough, partly because they feel guilty. They don't put themselves as priority. So I look at what is preventing us from behaving and being the way that we want to be, and looking at recognizing and releasing that. So working with emotions, working with the flow of energy, and actually recognizing, first of all, what it is that's getting in our way, because sometimes we don't know. A lot of people that come to me are highly stressed, but they don't actually realize it. So we need to recognize it, and then we can look at what it really is, deep and emotional, and then we can look at moving it, and if the time is right, letting it go.
That sounds amazing, and there is so much in common with what Alison is achieving, or is helping people to achieve, just to combine. Nadine, thank you for sharing this. Now, can I ask you ladies to just spell out your websites, how people can contact you? Alison, can I start with you? Can I go back to you?
Of course, yes. So shall I'll spell this complicated word?
Okay.
So it's AERACURA, Aeracura. So my website is all the W's, aeracuraimage.co.uk.
Brilliant.
My Facebook is Aeracura Image. My business page, and my Instagram is @Aeracura Image again. So just put the two words together. And if all else fails, put in Alison Brown Eastbourne and it will come up.
Yes.
There's only one of you, Alison.
Yeah, actually, this is exactly what I did. I went on Google, and I went, because I couldn't spell correctly, Aeracura. I couldn't spell it correctly. I just wrote Alison Brown Eastbourne Image Consultant, and you just spat it out. I love Google. Nadine, over to you. Would you like to introduce people how to get in contact with you?
Yes, the best way to find me is just by using Calmer Self. Now, I'm not sure if this is audio or video, but Calmer Self, I will spell that, CALMER, and Self is SELF. And that is my website. That is also my Facebook page. So there's lots of meditations on there people can dip into and try and get to know what I do. My YouTube channel is Calmer Self. And on LinkedIn, I'm a bit different. I am Nadine, award-winning changemaker on LinkedIn, which is a little bit different. And I've got Instagram now. I've just joined into Instagram. That is the Calmer Self method. That's a bit different. So, but Calmer Self, if you Google Calmer Self, I will be there.
Actually, I'm on LinkedIn as well, and I've got an Aeracura Image page, but I've also, you can find Alison Brown on my link with my LinkedIn.
Yep, I will connect to you on LinkedIn, because I think we are connected on LinkedIn, but through Alison Brown. I would like to follow your business page. Thank you very much. Now we know where to find you. Right. Alison, Nadine, I would like to do something different. And I hope by doing this, we can help our listeners to hear or have a taste to hear how collaborative work can sound like. Because Alison, you help people from one angle. Nadine, you're calming, Nadine Calmer Self, of course, you're calming them down. Me, as a business strategist, I try to push their business forward and actually turn their visions into successful business. So please forgive me if you find this too challenging, but let's give it a go.
Yeah,
I would like to call this experiment, call it imaging authenticity through true self-calm to turn visions into successful business. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a bit of everything. It's a
Right.
Good one.
It's a bit
Yeah,
of all
good
of
one.
it.
Now, ladies, roll up your sleeves, grab your pens and your notebooks, and let's show people how three of us, completely different businesses, we can work together around a fictitious client, let's say, fictitious personality. And the scenario is following. This is here is the scenario.
Yep.
A 45 years old lady with family, kids, and everything, has always worked in office under dress code, with secure pay, and all that, but never have been totally, truly happy. During lockdown, she had to work from home. Then she was given a chance to be made redundant. And the reason why I'm saying given a chance is because the next bit comes. As we know, during lockdown, many people reevaluated and rethought their lifestyles, their passions. So this is exactly what happened with her. During that time, she went through that process to rethink and to reevaluate, rediscover her potent skills, gifts, and everything, and claim her passion. And her passion is all vegan.
Okay.
Okay. She comes to me. She wants me to help her push her business forward, set it up, push it forward, and all this. So we are doing everything we can. However, in 2 weeks' time, literally in 2 weeks' time, she is facing an interview and a pitch in front of a panel of potential investors. Challenge number 1: how to dress, how to show her authenticity without compromising judgment. Challenge number 2: this is totally outside her comfort zone, near panic. Challenge 3: although she's a confident speaker among friends and she did some training at work, delivering training at work, she fears public speaking. For me, the best outcome and the best result, what I want from her as a business strategist, what I want her to do is to go and grab the investors. Right. She's blonde. She has olive skin, dark eyes. Her favorite color for the time being is white. but she doesn't always feel comfortable in that color because she associates it with the office dress code, which brings her memories of anxiety. Okay.
Right. Gosh. Okay.
Okay. Come on.
So where shall I start? Shall I start with her?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
she looks?
Go for it.
Go with it. Yeah.
So she's got a big day ahead. So she wants to be as confident, obviously, as possible. So let's start where I love to start, and that's with colour. Now, I would offer to have either a face-to-face colour analysis or an online colour analysis with her to get a little bit deeper into her colouring and what will make her skin come alive and what she will feel the most confident in. But I would also, because this is for a specific occasion and she's pitching, I would also like to look at things like her business logo, if there's any visual aids that she's using, which is a certain colour or certain colours, so that nothing jarring. I talk a lot about harmonising, and I'd want the whole thing to be harmonising. Without losing its punch. So
will it help if I tell you that the investors will be age group between 30 and 50 years of age, men and women mixtures?
Okay.
So different perspectives within the investors panel.
I mean, for me, most people who are passionate about veganism, which clearly she is, are doing it on it's for health reasons, it's for animal protection reasons, and that leads on to being very planet aware. So they tend to be kind of, if you're going to sum it up, eco-friendly businesses. So I would blonde, olive skin, dark eyes. Chances are that she may be an autumn in the seasonal palette. So she needs rich, deep colours, but very warm colours. For this, I would definitely do the subliminal green, because we always associate green businesses with green. You know, we talk about them as being green businesses, which most vegan businesses are. So I would incorporate some green in there, definitely. Now, finding the right tone, if she was an autumn, then it would probably be a rich olive or as kind of sage, something with a bit of depth. Green, but green, too much green, because green means harmony, and it creates a harmonious picture in the eye. You obviously want people to feel relaxed, but you don't want them dozing off. So you'd have to add a bit of an accent with that. So we need something that's a bit more punchy, so that we're kind of grabbing. It doesn't have to be much, but I would do a probably, let me see, a version of orange, probably orangey red, going towards the red palette. Orange is very uplifting for people, so it would counteract too much kind of laid back of the green. And it's friendly and outgoing. It's very approachable colour. So possibly some kind of combination, but I'd have to see her face to face or online to establish exactly that. And hopefully within that, that would pick up some colours in her brand. But yeah, so those are the colours that I put her in, and I would make sure she was wearing something that was comfortable, nothing too revealing, but also not stuffy. So again, I think somebody who's earth friendly, I would encourage her, and I'm sure she would have thought of this, to take her brand ethics all the way through. So
Wow.
you know, having something that was created by a sustainable business, so you know, organic cotton, or you know, something she knows the source of, or even, you know, something she's found in an amazing charity shop or something like that. And also right down to wearing vegan skincare and cosmetics, which I think is, you know, takes it all the way through, which is something I'm passionate about too. So that she's really got that kind of brand going all the way through her completely.
Wow.
So yeah, that would be my initial you know, consultation with her to find out, to pick that perfect outfit for
Oh gosh, that sounds, I visualize this, you know, ladies, I feel like when as if we were little girls and dressing up our dolls.
yeah.
Gosh, and I've just gave you a totally naked silhouette of something and you're already making it alive. Right, but let's not forget that that lady is really pushing herself into the outside her comfort zone, near panic zone. So Nadine, you're on.
I'm on. Right. Okay. I love it. I love it. I've got that feel and I've got that lovely picture in my head. Thank you for that, Alison. Focusing, well, if we want to focus on, like you said, the pitch that she's doing to these the people that she wants to talk to, that is something in itself. I'd like to backtrack a little bit, if I may, just to actually talk about how this is a transformation that this lady is going through, and to really get to grips with her true soul purpose. We've talked about her ideals, her veganism, that kind of thing, her business, obviously, and you've obviously done that work with her, but to really get in tune with her feelings around that, and looking at, like you said, her anxiety with memories of the work dress code, things like that, to make sure that we have moved on, not to rush that process, but to actually make sure that anything that might still hold her back, or actually grab her back from stepping outside of her comfort zone, we have well and truly dealt with. Because to move forward, we have to make sure we haven't got anything that's going to come up and drag us back. Does that make sense to you,
It
ladies?
makes a perfect,
Yeah.
So to really work,
sense.
and that's doing some groundwork. And like you say, I do all of my work by holding a lovely space for people and getting them used to visiting their safe, calm, happy place. So within that lovely feeling, that way of being, which my clients get really good at, then we can look at questioning, you know, what is it I really want? How do I want to be? And everything. So before you've actually done any of the lovely practical work that you've just been talking about, Alison, we've actually looked at our feelings around all of that and got comfortable with them. I do a lot of work around sitting with difficult emotions, so that actually when these things come up, when these triggers hit, then actually, you know, being in front of a board of people might take this lady right back to her old work environment.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, we don't want her to lose it at that point. So we need to have done the work beforehand. So that's the way I'm looking at it. It doesn't have to take a long time, but we need to do that work thoroughly. And I call it a little bit of poking with people. I dig and dig to make sure that we are clear on our emotions and tuning in to our true soul purpose. So just being 150% certain that this is what this lady wants to be doing, so that when she talks about it, when she's presenting herself and her ideas, she is talking from a place of authenticity. She will feel her power, she will feel her strength, and she will feel true to herself, and that will shine out. So doing that groundwork is really, really vital, I feel. And I think, you know, to get to that place, I'm not saying that then makes the pitch a breeze, but you've done the groundwork. So doing that is really, really important, and just getting clear on it. So all of that process would be, you know, the way that you work with people with their vision for their business, they go hand in hand really nicely, don't they?
Everything, all of that. The image that Alison described, how important it is, the way of inner confidence to connect with your authenticity and your groundwork. That's what pushes people to take the steps to evolve and actually feel freer to explore and change and achieve things. And thank you so much.
Can I just add something there?
Yes, please.
Something that I know about Nadine's work. I've just gone back to my image of our lovely lady. We ought to give her a name, oughtn't we?
Yeah.
Now she's
Wow.
probably
What name shall we give her?
Joy.
Joy. Oh, I love that.
I
Joy.
love that.
Joy.
So
Joy.
Joy is obviously nervous. You know, she's worried. So one of the things that Nadine does beautifully is help people to have a deep, refreshing sleep. So Nadine, I think that Joy would really benefit from one of your meditations or a sleep session. So she slept well, so she was fresh and felt fresh. And
you're
then
so right.
some little maybe a tapping point or something that she could use just before she's going into the pitch. You know, some kind of mental visualization or all those lovely things that you do.
You are so right. It is about the preparation, isn't it? We've probably done it ourselves, haven't we? When we are doing something we feel a little bit nervous about, the preparation is key, isn't it? So that's what I was talking about. Thanks for adding that, Alison. Yes, getting a good night's sleep is crucial. All of that. There's a thing called the power pose. I like to call it a Wonder Woman pose when we're talking about women. It empowers you. We can.
Is that the one?
If we've got time, I can talk you through it. It doesn't take long, but there's certain things to remember that it really changes how you feel because it changes the chemicals in your body. But I do a lot of work with people when they're going for auditions, when they're going to present things on calming nerves. So a process, like you say, we practice it and then you've got it in the moment, calm your nerves, you know. So on the day, there's so much you can do. But as I say, you need to have the groundwork. But it is about, like you say, tapping in, if you like, and however you do it, whatever you do to just remind yourself of your power, of your strength, of your authenticity, then actually that makes it easier in the moment. So it's actually making sure that, like you say, you've got, it can be just a little phrase in your head. Sometimes I work with people and they have a little line from a song that just makes them feel, you know, simply the best or something like that, you know, makes them feel great. So we work on what is personal to that person, same as Alison does with the colours. It's personal, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then actually that is what's going to work for them in the moment. So we practice, we get confident, we get in line with our true soul purpose, and then everything shines out. And then you are presenting from your heart. You're presenting from that place of power, of authenticity, truth. You can't go wrong, can you? You cannot go wrong.
Wow. So that's a great example of a power team. And this is
how well we can work together.
This is all about co-creation, collaboration, bringing authenticity to everything around us and connecting it with the energies around us. And the end result, I'm sure, will not be anything less but huge success. She needs the investors. She will get them through you.
And it's a breeze. She's got them all.
She's got it. I can feel it. Can I just add one more thing that I do with a lot of people?
Yes.
Remember to celebrate. Whatever the outcome of this is, this lovely Joy needs to celebrate. When she's done it, she needs to be leaving that pitch going, yes, I did it. I'm brilliant. I'm great. Doesn't matter what the outcome is.
Yeah.
The achievement of actually doing that, like you say, stretching yourself out of your comfort zone and then actually going, I'm amazing, I did it.
Yeah.
We forget to celebrate, and that sets you up. The more we celebrate things we've been scared of, the better we are in a place to keep going with that, and we do it more and more and more. So celebration is key, and I know both you ladies do that too. It's something that is so important.
It is.
Don't forget, it's easy to forget because it's easy just to go over and over those things that maybe we could have done better, or oh no, I wish I hadn't said that or used that word or whatever, and we forget that you know that actually what we've achieved is huge, because we're all, you know, we're all kind of constantly striving for more, aren't we? And so that's a really good reminder, Nadine, because we do that, don't we?
It builds our resilience. It really helps us. Just very quickly, I watched a bit of the Glastonbury rerun over the weekend and Adele doing her performance. Now, I don't think anyone would disagree. She is brilliant. She was nervous. She did what she did in her wonderful way. And at the end, she went, I did it. before she'd even got off stage, she's going, I did it, you know, like a little child. It was so beautiful to see that, because she was going, I did it, you know. And it is, you know, we do evaluate, we can criticize ourselves afterwards, we can learn and we can get better, but we must take that time to celebrate, you know, and as soon as possible celebrate what we've done, because we did it, you know.
Yeah.
That's the key, isn't it?
So, dear listeners, I'm just addressing you. How can I not work with wonderful collaboration like that? How my clients cannot succeed when they have the support from the Calmer Nadine and the image authenticator from Alison. Sorry, image authenticator, that's a new word.
I quite like that, actually. Yeah, with the dream team. There you go.
With the dream team. How can we not be successful helping businesses to be more than they are, like that? How did you feel about that challenge? Tell me.
I personally loved it. I think I got really in tune with it. Did you, Alison? I'm sure it sounded like you did. Yeah,
brilliant. Just the sort of thing I love doing.
Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed
really
that.
Thanks for that, Anthony. That was a good one.
Great idea.
That's okay.
And I think it brings things alive a bit more, doesn't it? When you're, because obviously we can't discuss our individual clients because that's personal and private, but you know, to have a fictitious character, I think is a great idea. And we love Joy and we wish her all the best.
We do.
Yes.
She's brilliant. Yes, she's going far.
I will report back what happened with Joy in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
But in between, she's definitely coming to you, Nadine, for all the fixes that you can give her. Alison, to dress her up to her authenticity. And she will be fine. And I'm sure we will be hearing more about her in future, about her successful business, actually, which I've suggested to her to call it Mama's Vegan.
Yeah.
It is a partially fictitious.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
We're working it out now.
Okay. Okay, it's gonna shine, that one, I'm sure. Okay, now let's go back to our businesses and the way we run them. And I would like to ask you both that question. What is your next step, next business evolutionary step forward? And why do you feel the need to have that new step? Who would like to start, Alison?
Have you got something, Alison? Or
so my next step really is to so at the latter part of last year was it took me from March really to September or March till about August to really, because I'm, as you've probably gleaned, I'm a colour geek. And I didn't know how I was going to deliver a successful colour programme online. And then I worked extensively with my colour trainer, and together we came up with a programme that does work online. But that was only September. So it's a relatively short time ago. And obviously I needed to do a few case studies and things to perfect it. But now I'm really confident in that program. So for me, it's taking my business to a much wider audience globally. I mean, I did a colour confidence session for a lady in Switzerland a few weeks ago. So, you know, it doesn't matter where people are now. I don't have to see them face to face. So it's really kind of getting it out there. So that's you know, I'm going bigger, as in more wider geographic area and globally. And also I'm teaming up with photographers to work with, just like Joy, you know, who's maybe either up-leveling her business or changing it or starting something new, so that when the founder is working on images for websites, social media, all of that sort of thing, you know, I can get in there and work with her so that everything's coming together in that harmonized way. And yes, also, and I just quickly mention, I have a side business with a brand that recommends vegan makeup, skincare and nutrition.
What is it called?
So it's called Arbonne.
There you go.
So
I like that brand.
My Arbonne business is growing alongside my image consultancy, and it doesn't have to match. For me, it matches and complements the business, that my other business, but it doesn't have to be. That's why it's called a side hustle, because, you know, anybody can do it. So what I love then is my mentoring, developing my leadership and mentoring as I'm growing my team, because I teach and train people how to have and start their own side hustle. That is something that I'm very passionate about doing as well, especially in this climate that we're in, which is so unstable in so many ways in the world of work, amongst others. And I think, you know, sometimes people, they get comfort from having a little plan B,
Yes.
that they can grow alongside what else they do, because, you know, if you've got two things, it gives you more security, doesn't it? So very passionate about all of that.
Thank you. Once again, can I have your website and contact?
Okay, so it's Aeracura, AERACURA image, and that is all the W's, aeracuraimage.co.uk.
.co.uk.
Yeah, and then Instagram at Aeracura Image, Facebook is Aeracura Image, and Instagram is LinkedIn is Alison Brown or Aeracura Image.
Thank you. That's brilliant. I really wish you best of luck with the online program, because I believe from a business point of view, it will connect you with many more people across the world. So yeah, best of luck for that. Over to you, Nadine. What is your next business evolutionary step forward, and why do you need to do that?
Lovely. Well, I've just got to say, I love all that you do, Alison, and I love Arbonne too. So brilliant. I'm really, really in tune with that. But for me, I'm really working on getting my systems a lot clearer and simpler for people to access. So the background work again on my business, the bits that I'm not very good at, you know, getting that working. Because as you alluded to earlier, Antonina, my Calmer Self method can be adapted to so many situations. And sometimes people are a little bit confused as to what I can help them with. So to get that clearer and easier for people to access is my sort of passion at the moment, to actually make sure that people can clearly see what I'm talking about, how it can help them and how they can access it, because that needs to be simple, doesn't it? Click on a button, it takes you to whatever, that kind of thing. So I'm working on that area, but I'm also working, and it reminded me when you were talking about joy, that we're coming out of this very strange situation, aren't we? People are going back to jobs or not, their choice, you know. But actually, I'm doing a lot of work in the workplace. I'm doing my workplace wellness workshops, which is not easy to say, but I'm doing those a lot online, but some in real life. And that is to help the people that are coming back to the workplace, and they're struggling maybe with anxiety, maybe with new boundaries, new routines, helping get that in place. So there's a lot of employers out there who really care about their staff, and they're asking me to come in and help with all of those things that are not sitting comfortably with people. So that really works. New boundaries, new routines, new systems, new motivation to help people go forward the way they want to and cope if they are feeling a little bit anxious with anything. But also, like you say, for the people that have chosen not to go back, to help those people with choosing what they want to do and their way forward. So it really is a time of change for so many people. And I always say that, you know, I always say what I offer is transformation through relaxation, and it is relaxation for a purpose. So like I said earlier, getting into that place of calm where you can think clearly and make your choices is so empowering. So whether you are going back to work or you've chosen to break free and do something completely different, that's where I'm really really sort of doing a lot of help with people at the moment, so, and loving it.
Great. And really, best of luck for defining those different ways you can help to people. And can you please repeat how an employer can find you, how someone who doesn't want to go back to work but wants to start, you know, their business and they do whatever they want to do, how can they find you?
Yeah, well, I can keep it really simple if you like. I can just say, go to Calmer Self on YouTube. If you look at YouTube, you'll find all my other details there anyway. And that's really simple. So Calmer Self, CalmerSelf. Go to YouTube, find me there, and you'll find everything else.
That's brilliant. Thank you. Now, finally, I would like you ladies to make a gift to our listeners with your tips or words of wisdom you'd like to leave with them. Alison?
Follow your passion. Choose your mentors / coaches carefully. Make sure you're aligned with them and they're aligned with your vision and passion. And don't be scared. I mean, obviously we have a practicality that comes into our lives. You know, we have to keep a roof over our head and we have to pay our bills. But that said, don't be scared to close the door and leave some space for the new and to grow. Because all the while I've seen it again and again in my previous business, that it's you get very passionate about something, but then you're frightened to let go of the old.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you don't make that step, the new hasn't got space to grow. So that would be my advice, but do it in a practical way. You know, work with somebody like Antonina who can take you through those steps to then you know, do it in a, you don't want to necessarily be safe, because if we don't come out of our comfort zones, like Nadine said, we don't grow. So we need to make some leaps and we need to take some chances, but we also don't want to make it so tough on ourselves that we're scared of losing our homes or whatever, you know. So work with somebody who can take you through the steps and work it through with you in a practical way. So that would be my tips.
Thank you, Alison. Nadine, could you please give us your words of wisdom? Like yesterday I texted you saying, emergency, I need your wisdom.
Oh, lovely. Well, I won't repeat what I said to you yesterday.
No, please don't.
No, exactly. No, I really feel, so agree with you, Alison. That's so true. And going to someone, asking for help is a big thing, isn't it? You know, and going to someone that will help you, that is going to take the time and effort, like both of you with your businesses and myself included, to get to know the person, to get to know what you really want, and then hold that space for you, hold your hand, if you like, to guide you through that. And all three of us do that perfectly. So you're absolutely right on that one, Alison. Totally agree with you. But really, I'd like to just say that for me, as I say, I call what I do transformation through relaxation. It is relaxation for a purpose, and to allow yourself. Some people are scared of being too calm. They won't get anything done if they're calm, but it's actually stepping into calmness for a reason and then stepping back out again to push forward. So don't be afraid of that. I like to tell people to embrace that relaxation, that little moment, snatching moments of calm that will really make you see clearly. They'll help you with that, because a lot of people are scared. And give yourself permission to have those moments of calm, because again, we are tough on ourselves, aren't we? So it's being kind and gentle. That's very cliched, but giving yourself permission to step out of feelings of overwhelm, feelings of guilt, feelings of stress and anxiety. We can always step back in. Stress can be good for us. Sometimes we need it, don't we, to get us going. So we step out and we step back. And I really like to say, and I say it so often, every change starts with a pause. So I'll say that again. Every change, and we're talking about that, aren't we? Big time transformation. Every change starts with a pause. So giving yourself just that moment, that gives you time to focus, get clear on what you're doing, step into the vision that you want to be. And so that is really my message, if you like, just giving yourself that moment. And it's all about choice, isn't it? We choose what we want to do and how we want to be.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Antonina. Do you add your words of wisdom here? I'd love to hear what you think about that, actually.
Gosh, now you catch me. I haven't prepared.
Well, maybe we can come back
But
to that,
for
but I'm
me,
sure you've got
it
them.
is be true to yourself, be limitless, feel limitless, go and reach out for help when you need some, recognize it, and love life every day. Be in love with your true self.
Yeah.
Right. Gosh, we have filled all that time.
I was going to say that's very touching, wasn't it? I love that.
Thank you, Alison. Thank you, Nadine, for joining me in this new, inspiring, informative, and full of positivity conversation we had today. Thank you for sharing with the listeners and me your inspiration, empowering wisdom, and so much advice and guidance. It was a great pleasure, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great honor.
Thank you so much.
Real pleasure, and thank you so much again for inviting me on. And whoever's listening, whatever you're doing, I'm wishing you all the best, and whatever you wish for yourself, I wish for you too.
Oh gosh, thank you.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It comes from a place of great respect, Alison. Thank you so much. Dear listeners, and this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope our conversations will help you take your own steps forward, innovating and evolving as a conscious business, but by making choices for the benefit of people, communities, environment, and of course, yourself. If you have any questions to my guests, I will leave their contact details in the description of this post. If you'd like to come to the show and share your wisdom, please do write to me to Antonina at VisionsNspire.com. It's a very complicated. I will not be spelling this out. I'm sorry. Antonina at VisionsNspire.com. But definitely have a listen to all previous interviews and do subscribe to the Visions Inspire YouTube channel for my next show for more inspiration on being part of our conscious business evolution. Please give Visions Inspire your like on Facebook and follow on Twitter and Instagram. Share with others to listen, spread the word, grow the knowledge. Till next time, from me, Antonina Mane, your business growth strategist, turning visions into profitable businesses and empowering the conscious business evolution. Till next time.